Alright, hello guys, this is Oski. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about this new season we have here, Chapter 2 REMIX. So first I'm going to give my thoughts about the live event. For the most part, I thought it was really underwhelming because usually live events are supposed to be like a big storyline thing and not us watching a live stream of two rappers whom I don't really care too much about singing in Times Square. Sure, that was cool that they were doing it live, but I don't really care about Ice Spice. I don't like her. And Snoop Dogg, I don't really listen to him. He's funny, but that's about it. And Eminem, I don't really listen to him anymore either. So, and in my opinion, it doesn't really seem like the right demographic to advertise these rappers to. If we're considering everybody to be like Fortnite 9-year-olds, I don't know why they should be listening to Ice Spice or Snoop Dogg or Eminem. Other than that, I think it should have been more story-focused to help us get into this new map to kind of explain it. And right now we're getting some storyline with Hope and Valeria, but it's not really explaining how we got here. And then I think it should have maintained the authenticity that Chapter 1 OG had, where it was kind of just literally just reliving that first chapter without any changes for the most part. And I think that was how it should have been done. But overall, I'm not too bothered because the rappers only really affect one POI so far. I think as the weeks go and Ice Spice and Eminem come in, it's going to be a little bit more disappointing for me because I love the shark, and now we'll see if it's fun, but overall it's still good. All right, now I'm going to share my thoughts on the Battle Pass. I think it's pretty decent. I really wish One Ball had more customization. I think he should have had all the colors and all the numbers of the different pool balls, and people really thought that was going to happen. And I'm really disappointed it didn't because yellow just really isn't my favorite color. And I loved the 8-ball skin, which I never bought that Battle Pass, so I was really hoping to get, a skin that just like that rivaled his. But unfortunately, I don't think this is that. I do like his pickaxe, though. The pool Q is sick. Meowdis is a pretty cool tier 100. He's a little bit too similar to Midas for me, and I don't know, I love Meowscles and Midas. So I think he's really cool, but I just think he's not my favorite. And his glider is awesome, the shark. Undercover Sky is growing on me a little bit. The Chaos Director is all right. I don't really use it too much, though. And then Tina, I'm not going to use probably at all. All right. And now let's talk about Reload. I don't really know where to put this in the video, so we're kind of just going to throw it in right here. The new desert map is really cool. I love that they made new POIs for it. Or maybe they're just like small unnamed locations from Season 5. I can't remember. But overall, it's really awesome because a lot of them have like new names. Paradise, I love that POI, so I'm glad that's back. It kind of works really well as like the middle of the map, just like Tilted is for the other one. So I think it works well like this. Lizard Links is just Lazy Links, and I love Lazy Links. So that's awesome to have back. I think having a whole desert map is just an amazing idea. It really feels different than the entire grass map of the other Reload map. So once those two start cycling through, I think it's going to be a great variation and feel different to play. However, I'm not really sold on the guns. Most of the shotguns I hate, like the Maven Auto, I hate that one, does 0 damage. The Ranger, having 1 bullet for a shotgun is the stupidest thing in the world. Even if it does okay damage, it still doesn't even do that good of damage. The auto shotgun, just like I said for the Maven, just shoots a bunch of bullets, but they do like 0 damage unless you're right in their face. The Thunder shotgun right now is my go-to, or the Striker pump. Both of them are pretty good. I love the Thunder shotgun. I honestly don't even remember that gun, but it's been my go-to for both reloads so far. The Silent Sniper is amazing to have in this mode. There's so many people and so many snipes you can make because of how many people are around you all the time, especially in zero build where nobody has cover. Like I was just lighting people up with that sniper. The ARs feel pretty diverse. I like that. We have the Flapjack, which I like. The Hammer I use probably the most. I'm sad they got rid of the Infantry Rifle, though. It's probably like my favorite AR. I think the solo reload system works perfectly, and I think it's really cool that you start off with 2 lives, and then when you die, you lose 1, but if you keep them all, they add onto your overshield. I think it's a great system, and I haven't really run into too many problems with people having way too much shield in the end game because I feel like everybody dies pretty consistently. And overall, I'm having an absolute blast in the solo reload, so I think excuse me, I think it's a big W for them. Usually I just play it with my girlfriend, but sometimes she can't play, and I want to play solos, and I want to play the old map, so I think having that solos option is exactly what I've been waiting for. So now let's talk about the Chapter 2 Remix map and the loot pool. Overall, I feel like the map feels pretty dead because of how big it is, which honestly I didn't realize it was that big back then. Maybe it's just because our maps have progressively kind of gotten smaller and more condensed, which honestly I think they have, and I think that's a good thing about the Chapter 5 map that most people aren't going to talk about because everybody hates Chapter 5, but I just cannot find anybody to fight in this new map, and I think it's ruined because of how many bots there are, and it just makes the games feel so dead and dull until the end game. Fish need to be added to coolers. I don't know why they're not in coolers. That was the main thing that you're supposed to get out of a cooler, and because that's the main attraction of Chapter 2 Season 1, which I know this is kind of more like Chapter 2 Season 2 Part 1 because we have the agency, but I still think you got to add more fishing spots. There needs to be better loot from the fishing spots. Where the hell are the floppers and the slurpfish? They're so rare. I just don't understand why. That was what I was using is 99% of the time for my heals in those seasons. Fishing is supposed to be a huge part of this season, so I don't know why it feels so dead right now. They just need to improve that. The guns feel pretty fun. Scar is nice. The purple pump is really common, and gold one as well. So that's interesting, but I think they're going to change the spawn rates of that, make it a little bit more rare. I do think that the map, there's a lot of nostalgia coming back to it, and I really like the Chapter 2 map for the most part. I really missed Holly Hedges, Misty Meadows, and Lazy Lake. Those are all great POIs that I like to fight in. I have a lot of memories just fighting in certain areas of this map, especially by Frenzy Farm and the farmer's market, apple orchard type deal. In between there, I remember so many fights, so many build fights. Good memories. The RPG is really fun, but way too common. Me and my girlfriend were fighting a team. We both had RPGs, and they both had RPGs. There should not be that many RPGs in the loot pool. I think they've addressed that by now, but it's fun to have it back as well. Having the heavy sniper back is awesome. Love that gun. No bullet drop. I haven't really noticed it, but it feels nice, so I don't know. I guess I just don't notice the bullet drop versus not. I can't wait for the choppas to get added back into the loot pool because those are my favorite movement item. Vehicle, I guess. And then I just can't wait to see what else gets unvaulted. And then finally, we're going to talk about the overall feel right now. And overall, I think it feels fun and nostalgic, but really not as much as OG. And I think that's because Reload and just the OG season have really dampened this experience. We've all been using these guns the Scar and the Pump in Reload for the past year. Not year, but for the past 3, 5, or 6 months maybe. And just OG season as well. We already had Salty, Pleasant, and what else am I missing? Retail. So it's those POIs aren't as special anymore. The weapons aren't as special anymore. We've had a lot of these. I think the things that really make it Chapter 2 are what feels special now, the helicopters and the boats. So I'm looking forward to that. But overall, I just don't think it's as magical as OG, which was kind of expected, but it's still been a lot of fun. I think the bots are kind of ruining that experience. Like I said, there's just not enough fights for the huge map. And with how many people are playing, I think they should just remove bots. I think it would probably work with just because they have 4.5 million people on today. But yeah, fishing aspect does not feel as prevalent as it should. Neither do boats. I don't know if it's just, I'm pretty sure, because it's the same map. I don't know if it's just because boats were special back then, so more people used them, but I almost never see anybody in a boat nowadays. And I don't really know how they can address that, but I think they need to do something. Graphics feel slightly different, so that could also play into the overall feel and why it doesn't feel as magical. I think there needs to be more henchman POIs, which I think will come within the next few weeks as they add Ice Spice Shark and M&M Grotto. So those places will have henchmen, but that was just kind of the main attraction of Season 2, and I haven't really gotten much of that yet because I haven't landed Dog Pound very much. And then overall, I'm having tons of fun, and I can't wait to see what they add in the upcoming weeks. And it really does feel like we're back in Chapter 2, and some of these fights I'm getting in these certain parts of the map just are flooding me with memories. So overall, I'm having a great time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe.